Welcome to my channel. These 10 time management tips for students will help you organize your life and make college and high school a breeze. Come on, let's not waste time. First, let's talk about why you need to manage your time in the first place. Why do I need to manage my time as a student? Time management allows you to complete everything that you need to get done within a certain period. It will help you organize your life, which can be quite difficult during school. Once you start managing your time, you will notice better grades, higher productivity, and ultimately a better mood. For all my lazy students out there who finally want to get out of bed and not watch Netflix all day, you need these tips. The change will feel amazing once you get used to it, and you won't want to go back to it ever again. Things get busy during high school and college. I get it, which is why I want you to implement this time management strategies and give yourself more time to do the things you love. Let's start. One of the most important time management tips for students. First thing, have a schedule. I am sure you saw this one coming, but it's essential. Having a schedule where you can input your to do list into specific time slots will be the easiest way to keep track of everything. Planners with monthly, weekly, and daily pages are extremely useful for tracking priorities, which will be discussed soon. If you need a good planner, I highly recommend this one for all of your time management needs. Following your schedules religiously is the most important aspect of balancing school and your personal life. Get in the habit of writing notes, random thoughts, and ideas that you have as you go about your day into the planner as well. You should treat it as your second brain so that way you don't have to clutter everything in your real one. Second thing, prioritize your to do list. Having your to do list written down is a great start, but prioritizing it is even more valuable. Here's how to do it. Go through what you have to do for the day. Group similar tasks together. It takes to complete similar subjects or etc. Number the tasks in the order that you want to complete them. Start with an easier task for the beginning of every day. This helps reduce feeling overwhelmed and jumpstart your productivity. I used to get a feeling of discouragement when I knew there was a lot of to complete the next day, even when I had my to-do list written down. However, now that I prioritize the list, I don't get that feeling anymore. If you get that same feeling, then you might just be missing out on prioritizing your time. Give it a try. The most important third thing, have long term and short term goals. Having long term and short term goals will help you complete tasks faster and more efficiently. Long term goals should be anywhere from 1 week to 1 semester. Short term goals should be within the time frame of 1 week, but usually 1 or 2 days. When you manage your time this way, things start to become more clear. You will know exactly what you have to get done and the amount of time that you have to do it. Once you have your long term goals, all you have to do is divide them up into weekly, daily, or even hourly tasks. Those tasks are now your short term goals. If you finish task early, take on a little task here and there to finish everything before you are supposed to. The fourth thing, reward yourself. Giving yourself some sort of incentive is a great motivator to keep at your goals. Humans are naturally wired to do better at tasks that incentivize reward, which is why we study hard for AC trains, hard for gold medals, and work hard to increase salary. When it comes to time management tips for students, these rewards can be simple things like giving yourself a piece of candy when you have completed your task for the day. The fifth thing, Get in the habit of using reminders. Although I don't advise using technology to plan out your day, reminders on your phone can be a stress free way to manage your time. You should still have your goals written out in a planner, but your reminder can help you remember when it's time to complete them. For example, if you don't have your planner with you and you just got out of class, your phone can remind you to write down the homework you were assigned to or get to studying for a test. Reminders are essentially your backup planner for things that you may forget at times. The most thing, avoid distractions when studying. This is probably one of the hardest time management tips for students to get down. We love distractions, we love procrastinations when we don't want to do the hard work. Here's what I recommended you start doing now. Turn your phone off for tasks that take longer than 30 minutes. Put your computer on full screen to avoid opening other tabs. Only listen to music that is designed for focus. Songs without lyrics. Study on a full stomach and have water next to you. Write the four bullet points about on a piece of paper and stick it on your wall in front of your desk so you never forget. We get distracted by every little thing that we can, so cut them out for good while you are studying. The seventh thing, how to make your studying time more effective. There is a special formula that was created for the most efficient studying technique. I only use this method now and boy does it work well. It's called the Pomodoro technique and here's how it works. First thing, work for 25 minutes. Second, take a 5 minutes break. Third, repeat 4 times. After the fourth cycle, take a longer 30 minutes break. The amount of memory retention you get from this method is insane and will ultimately save your time in the long run. I recommended setting a timer for the 25-minute cycles just so you stay on track. Avoid using your phone during the breaks and instead go grab water or a snack. Combining the technique with a tip 4 can help you stay motivated and continue to study. Eighth one, multitasking will drain results. I can't speak for everyone on this because some people can make it work. However, if you are thinking about multitasking, I would advise against it. Getting multiple things done during the same period of time satisfaction doesn't make sense if you want to be 100% efficient. If you work on two things at once, it's almost impossible to put your full effort into both. Plus, all the other time management tips for students are enough to avoid having to multitask in the first place. Take advantage of the other tips to make high school and college easier on you. Ninth one, minimize deadlines. There is a theory about minimizing deadlines which summarizes that we give ourselves too much time to complete tasks and in turn it range for efficiency. For example, if you have an essay to write that is due in 3 weeks, minimize that deadline to 1 week. On top of that, when you actually start the essay, give yourself 3 hours instead of the whole day you write it. For some reason, we are able to complete tasks faster than we think. This can be a useful asset to keep in mind when you feel like your schedule is extra busy. This may be difficult for you at first, but from someone who always does this now, I can say that I feel so much more organized. Following this rule has changed my time management tremendously and for better. The tenth one, how to organize time spent on each class. The best way to remember how to do this is by following these steps. Make a syllabus outline with all of the dates of major deadlines for the semester. Color code the outline. Use a different color for every class. Use the about time management tips on prioritization to order the importance of the task. Split your time according to when tasks are due to and how long it takes to do them. Everybody will have a different way to do this. This method is simply what has worked for my friends, and I almost important things to keep in mind for this is your syllabus due dates. That's your main focus for splitting up the time properly. How to start managing your time today? It will be hard for you to start implementing these tips if you say you will do it later. Now is not the time, no, pun intended, to wait for your schedule to magically appear in front of you. Here's what you can do right this second. First thing, make a list of your deadlines for the semester. Get yourself a planner on what your subjects. Write out your personal goals. Make your schedule for tomorrow. Set reminders to start working on those tasks. Keep up with it. Hopefully, these time management tips will help you become a better student in high school or college. Thank you.